This segment of DelmarvaLife is brought to you by the law offices of Tunnell and Raysor.
If you're a parent, you've probably been there, done that. You take the kiddos for a fun day of whatever, but before you participate, you have to sign a liability waiver.
Maybe it's an afternoon to the bounce house, or maybe a trampoline park. Maybe it's a petting zoo. You get the idea anyway. You might even joke about it. Oh, I'm signing away all my rights. The question is that really the case? Well, DelmarvaLife's Leah Rizzo caught up with the team at Tunnell and Raysor to find out why liability waivers are important both for the companies and for you.
We know that when we sign a waiver, be it for something like the trampoline park or skate park or anywhere safety is concerned, it's in part to protect the company asking you to sign that form. But what do we do if something really does happen after we've signed that waiver? Should we get a lawyer? The experts at law and Tunnell and Raysor are here to explain why we should.
Just because you sign the waiver does not mean that you give up all rights. You do give up a lot of rights often, but it doesn't mean that you give them all up.
Let's say you signed a waiver to go skydiving and you do get injured. What's next?
That's when you're going to want to go to an attorney and have the attorney take a look at what document you did sign, and it's still going to be worth looking into what could the skydiving company have done differently. Were they negligent? Was there excessive negligence? Was there something that was intentionally done?
Whether you're helping out on a hands-on charity project or running a race, chances are you'll be signing some sort of waiver.
Every waiver is different and unique. It's a contract, basically, that you would want to have an attorney actually take a look to see what it is that you gave up. But again, there's more to it, depending on what that particular company or where you were going or whatever you were doing. If they did something that was egregious, for example, then you're still going to be able to have a claim against them.
Liability waivers for the more fun things in life aren't the only times you'll find yourself signing paperwork. If you need an operation or other medical procedure, you'll be signing liability waivers then too.
Many times people sign off on everything before they go into a surgical procedure. And there are things that happen. That's a really good example. There are things that happen during a medical procedure that are or could be anticipated and therefore is just a consequence of still good medicine. Just unfortunately, there was a bad result that in fact was not negligence or wasn't medical negligence, and you did sign off on a waiver basically that's saying that I would not pursue whoever it is that you signed off on. However, you also have heard about those same kinds of surgery typically or other kind of medical negligence that occurred, and if there's actual negligence or something worse, then there is a claim even though you signed off on the particular procedure and all the risks and complications that may come from it.
If you do go to a trampoline park or skate park and get injured, there's a difference between injury on your end and negligence on theirs.
It means that you need to determine whether or not why you injured yourself or how you got injured was the result of the company or the location not doing something that they were supposed to. Most entities, whether it's a trampoline park, skydiving, whatever it is, there are usually regulations in place, safety protocols, things like that that are supposed to be taken advantage of when you are going there. And if in fact they're not, that's when you potentially have a claim against them, because remember, they're supposed to make sure that they're doing things in a safe way so that you can have a safe experience.
Well, there you have it. It really can be confusing, which is why it's important to speak with a lawyer if something does happen. You just want to make sure that you are crystal clear when it comes to something that's gone wrong.